All right, what is going on, everybody? Paul James here. I'm just giving this a minute to boot up on the live stream. I really appreciate you guys being here today, and I am really excited for what we have in store today. We have a really cool training, and as always, feel free to drop into the chat box and let me know where you're tuning in from. Always a pleasure to have you here on these live streams. I've been really enjoying doing the live streams and bringing you guys knowledge with AI and learning how to use it to, really start a business and all of that good stuff. It's so much fun. A lot of you guys probably saw that, number one, we do have the free prompts. And if you guys haven't gotten access to those yet, just leave a comment on this stream after it's over, and then I will reply back to you and give you access to them. What's up, Hardik? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Secondly, the two-step profit engine. Oh, from India. Much love to you as well. Glad to have you here. Those of you guys who picked up two-step profit engine, you may have noticed we did raise the price on it a little bit. Will probably be the first of many price increases to come because people have just been messaging me nonstop saying that it's way too cheap for what the value is inside of it. But I will leave a link in the description of this video. If you do want to pick it up, you can still get it for that price as of today. What's up, Chris from Ohio? Welcome. Raymundo, welcome. Glad to have you here. Really appreciate that. Oh, from Jamaica too. Ramiko from Jamaica, glad to have you here as well. Love that. Awesome. We got some top fans in the chat too, Raymundo and Ramiko. Appreciate you guys always tuning in. That really means a lot. Make sure you leave a like on the stream and on the videos if you guys are finding this valuable. And make sure to leave comments. I'm always happy to answer questions and make sure that you guys are feeling like you're getting the help that you need to actually take action on stuff. So today we're going to talk about how I turned one DeepSeek trick into a 0 to 5K a month client pipeline. Now, after my last roofing video blew up, everyone kept asking, how do you actually land the client after sending them the faceless AI generated video? So that's what this is. This is the full process from prompt to signed contract. And you're about to see my real agency playbook. I'm talking how we get the real onboarding emails, the client discovery questions, and the real templates, all written by DeepSeek. So let's go. By the way, if you need my DeepSeek templates, I've got a Google Doc fully put together, and I've been watching out on the comments for anyone that's watching the videos and saying that they need access to them. And then I've been sending them. So just let me know. And then, by the way, I do want to mention my two-step profit engine course. The price did go up. It was previously $12. We've now raised that to $14. You can still get in the description of this video. So if you really want to take things up a notch, that is the way to do it. It's super straightforward. You can see lots of great results, not only for me, but also for my students. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys get started with this. But now let's dive into it. DeepSeek is more than a niche finder. In my tutorials lately, we've been using DeepSeek a lot to come up with niche ideas and ways to really identify like pain in the marketplace and things like that. And most people stop after it finds a market. But this is the cool part, guys, is that you can also use it to write onboarding emails, help you uncover budgets, handle sales objections. And this is where DeepSeek becomes your AI closing assistant, which is what we're going to talk about today in this tutorial. Is actually, you know how to fulfill things now by watching my last video and a lot of the previous videos I've done. Now we're going to talk about actually closing those deals and getting paid automatically. So we're going to start off with prompt number one. And this is the onboarding email generator. So the prompt is pretty simple, and I'll kind of show you some of the different outputs we get, but we'll also run an output live for you guys to see. So write a 4-step onboarding email for niche clients who need service. And this is an example input that you would go and write into DeepSeek. Write a 4-step onboarding email for roofing clients who want AI generated video ads. So let me show you an example. Let me grab that prompt, and we're going to go into DeepSeek and we're going to run it from scratch here together, and we're going to see what we get. So I'm going to say write a 4-step onboarding email for roofing clients who need leads. Let's hit enter, and we're going to get a result back. Now this is pretty cool, guys, because we literally don't have to do anything. It's got the full sequence built up for us. So get more roofing leads in 4 easy steps. Hi, first name, welcome to blank. We're excited to help you grow your roofing business with high quality leads. Let's get started with step 1, which is complete your profile. So if you have a dashboard, you can give them access to that. This could be something as simple as like a Google form. So go to forms.google.com and say, please fill out this form here instead of log into your dashboard. And you know, I probably wouldn't ask for all this stuff like upload your license and insurance and stuff like that. That's more on them. I'm not really worried about that aspect of it. I guess it is helpful if they are insured and licensed. Obviously, we want to know that for our marketing, but that's not really up to us to verify. So I probably would exclude that part, but you guys can use your own judgment on that. And then next up, step 2, optimize for better leads. So step 2 is the second email that's going to come in, which is optimize for better leads. Great job. Now let's boost your lead quality. Add photos. So this would be like for if we wanted to help them complete their Google business profile, for example. So maybe that's why it's asking this stuff. So with the Google business profile, if we're helping them generate leads with that, and maybe I should have been more specific with my prompt, but we would have needed photos of their past work, lead preferences. Why don't we run this prompt again with saying 4 faceless videos and see what the difference is. But this is a good start for if we're selling Google business profile leads. And I do still think this is valuable, but I do think instead of just saying leads, who need leads generated from faceless videos that, let's say faceless video ads that we create for them. Let's see what that does. Okay, this is looking better. This is looking a lot better. So you can see how me changing the service in my prompt really made a huge difference, right? Because I didn't give DeepSeek at first enough context to really understand and know what exactly it was that I needed from it. So here we go. We'll create scroll stopping video ads. No filming needed. We handle everything. Now, of course, you guys know we're going to use invideocreator.com, maybe the prompt generator, maybe things inside of the 2-step profit engine to help get these video ads created for them. But you know, really all they need to know is that they don't need to film anything. We're handling it for them. Miss Health Life says, hey Paul, I bought the new course, but you're not using Teachable anymore. Where is the course hosted? We are now using ThriveCart Learn for the course. So you should have got an email with a link to sign up for ThriveCart Learn. And I appreciate you picking it up. Thank you so much. Reach out to our support desk if you need help. It's pauljames.com/support. And we can help you get in. Okay, so back to this email. DeepSeek is saying we need your target service areas. That makes sense. Any special offers and competitor ads you like so we can make yours better. This is good. See, this is a lot better. Email number 2, approve and launch your ads. Your custom video ideas are ready. So here's where we would show them some of the videos we've generated for them. Reply go or suggest tweaks will make it perfect. And then we'll launch your campaign within 24 hours of approval. The faster you approve, the sooner leads start rolling in. So I really like this approach a lot better, right? Because now it's telling them what we're going to do for them, which is we're going to generate these faceless video ads that are going to generate leads for them. Okay, then email number 3 is convert your leads. Your ads are live, leads are coming in. Convert them like a pro. Respond within 15 minutes. Now, we could also take this up a notch, guys, and we could use DialHawk to get a tracking phone number. And instead of having to like send them manual leads and worrying about them calling them back and stuff, we could just forward a tracking phone number over to them. And as you know, if you get DialHawk, you're able to get phone numbers in there, an unlimited amount of phone numbers, and the phone numbers cost you only $1 to get those. And then you're not having to like deal with leads and then like forwarding the leads. It does that all automatically for you. It literally will forward from this tracking phone number that you put in your videos over to the customer. So, and this makes sense too. You can track your leads. DialHawk will give you a tracking share link that you can put into this email and send over to them, and they're able to go in and track their leads at any time. So this is great. And then the 4th email that DeepSeek generated for us is track and scale your business. and it's time to maximize your leads. Check your dashboard daily, tells what's working, ready to scale. So this looks pretty good. And like I said, this is just from this simple prompt we just used, which was write a 4-step onboarding email for roofing clients who need, and we did faceless video ads that generate leads for our service. Pretty cool, right? So what DeepSeek gave me, they gave me a welcome email with clear expectations, an info collection request, delivery timeline and contact intro, and then a launch confirmation with upsell offer. I don't know if this example that we just did had an upsell offer built in. Did it? Let's see. This one I don't think did. But when I did it, it did give me an upsell offer. So I might prompt it for this last email to rewrite it and give me an upsell offer. And the reason why that's powerful is, guys, think about it. If we're already doing videos for them, maybe they also need help with something else, like maybe a new website redesign or something like that. So the cool part is that these emails, as you saw that DeepSeek wrote for us, it sounded like a real agency wrote them, only it took us 10 seconds to generate them. So what I do from this point and what I did in the past is I used this to close my first $1,000 project. So let me show you the workflow of this. I sent a faceless video ad that I created from a previous video, and then they replied, this is awesome, you know, how do I get started, what's next? Then I dropped this onboarding sequence that you just saw me create, and then they paid, project started, we didn't even have to do a Zoom call. It was pretty cool. Now, I have another prompt that I'm gonna give you access to right now that I think you're gonna really enjoy, because this one allows you to drill down if you do wanna do a discovery call with them on their budget, because that's one of the biggest questions people always ask is, how do you decide how much to actually charge the client? And that's a very good question. So we use this prompt here. Generate 5 killer questions to uncover a client's budget fast without sounding pushy. Okay, so we're gonna do this together, and then I'll show you in the past what kind of results I've also gotten, just so that you can kind of see the difference. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna punch this in here, and we're gonna see the kind of results that it gives us, and then I'll show you the results I got last time I did this too. Okay, so what's the ballpark range you're comfortable with investing to get this roof issue? Okay, this is a little bit different of what, if I did it in the same chat. So we wanna actually find this out for the agency side of things. So we're gonna say, I want these to be for when I talk to the roofing company to convince them to work with me. So sometimes, guys, when you're asking the same type of question in the same chat, you might confuse it on if you need this for the actual roofing company, for their clients, or for you to actually close the deal. So here we go. What's the average job size you close from the lead? So if they say the average job size is $15,000, so then you can follow up and say, so if we brought you 5 leads a month, what's a comfortable ad spend to hit that ROI? And here it explains why it works. Link spend directly to the revenue. Most will say I'd pay Y per lead if they close at Z. So this is great, right? This allows you to become good at sales, guys, without even knowing you're selling anything, right? You're just reading off some questions, and they're basically selling themselves, which is really cool. Okay, so next one. How much does a bad/no-show lead cost you right now? Why this works. They'll vent about wasted money. For example, 500 on useless leads last month. Now this is great, guys, if you're targeting people who worked with companies like Home Advisor before or Angie's List, because they're used to getting bad leads. So here you go. You can respond with, what if we replace those with qualified leads? Boom. Again, they're selling themselves, guys, because DeepSeek understands the pain points in their niche, and it solves it for you before you even realize it's a problem, which is cool. Okay, next one. Are you working with a set monthly marketing budget, or do you scale based on lead quality? Why it works? It reveals if they're rigid or flexible. If they say we cap at 2K a month, you know their range. If they say we scale for good leads, they're open to higher spend. And that might help you guys decide, you know, how much you really want to ramp things up for them, right? It gives you a predictability in income on how much you're going to make every month, which is great, because if you're not working a 9 to 5, or if you're trying to replace your 9 to 5, you're going to know, hey, this is kind of where I cap out with this client. And you know how much time to dedicate to that client. Okay, next question. What's your close rate? So for example, 1 in 15 leads. So then we could say something like, if we doubled your quality leads at X cost, what would move the needle? Or would that move the needle? And why it works, it forces them to think in terms of profit, not just in terms of cost. And then last question here, quick gut check. If I could generate you X hot leads this month, what's the max you pay per lead? Why it works, it's a guarantee, lowers risk, and gut check makes it feel casual, and they often reveal their true budget. So that's pretty powerful, right guys? So we can see here, when I did this last time, the questions were very, very similar. This one was just the only one that was a little bit different. Have you worked with a marketing agency before? But very, very similar, and I think the results we got running it through this time was even better. Probably because I didn't do it in a new chat window this time, although I had to modify my prompt a little bit and tell DeepSeek exactly what I was looking for. It actually worked out a little bit better in my favor because they knew I was targeting the roofing industry this time, rather than just like a generic outreach. So that's pretty awesome. Now this is why this works so well. It sounds natural and not salesy, right? You're just asking some questions because you guys are working together. It positions you as a pro without pitching hard, and it helps you qualify clients faster so that you don't waste time. Like we found out with that one client that maybe would have only had a $2,000 a month budget to spend. You know, that still might be worth it to us, but it might not be something that we want to spend hours a day on, for example. So this is what my pipeline looks like right now. Outreach with DeepSeek script, and then a faceless video that I sent to them over a DM. If they reply, I drop a budget discovery plus onboarding email. And then if they close, I automate with templates. And if they ghost, I just use DeepSeek again to write follow-ups. And then the typical deal flow looks something like this. Usually $500 to $1,000 for video production. Now, if you guys are inside of Two-Step Profit Engine, I'll leave a link in the description of this video. You're seeing how we're getting these clients to close at $625 plus $99 per month for video production alone, just video production. If you're in on this already, let me know in the comments that you're already in. Otherwise, if you need a link, it's in the description. The next part of the deal flow is usually some sort of video licensing. You know, we will often go to customers and offer to license a video that's already up for them for a monthly fee for continued usage. And then for a lot of companies, we do this lead gen retainer model, which is we set up a Dialhawk tracking phone number, and instead of charging them on a per video basis, we charge them, let's say, like $100 per lead that we generate. And this is where you make the most money if you're able to generate, you know, a good amount of leads. So for example, for a roofer, if you're able to generate 15 leads a month at $100 a call, you're making $1,500 a month, and Dialhawk is doing all of this transferring of the lead and everything all automatically for you. So it stacks fast, and one prompt becomes a pipeline. So guys, like I said, I do have the full prompt pack that I just give away for free just for being, you know, a viewer of the channel here. If you don't already have that, you can leave a comment and I can point you in the right direction for that. But I also do have that course, which is Two-Step Profit Engine, which has my full pipeline, the video ad creation process, the closing workflows. So the link for that is in the description. We did just raise the price on that, so I wouldn't wait on getting in. If you know you're serious about this, get in right now before the price goes back up again. And next up, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell, because we're going to talk about how I let DeepSeek handle 5 clients' projects with 0 input. But that's for next time. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time. I'm Paul James. Peace out.